Hi, it's Big Apple Airsoft here with a video. Today I will be talking about how to spray paint your Airsoft / paintball mask. My main purpose of this was to get my boring black mask into more of an outdoor camo so I could use it for outdoor gameplay. First thing you're going to want to do is take off the brim of it. Now this is fairly easy. There are 3 holes, as you can see here. They're the bigger looking holes. They're fairly easy to remove. I think it's one of the easier parts of this project. Try not to use too much force, you might break it. The purpose of this is so you don't have to really do any weird spray painting where you have to turn the mask upside down and spray paint it. I think it's just easier to take off the brim and spray paint it separately. Alright, now you're going to want to get some blue painter's tape. Now the purpose of the painter's tape is to cover up anything you really don't want, like covering up the goggles and side straps, or even the inside. Now, the first thing I did was covering up the goggles. I thought this was one of the easier parts. A lot of people say this is where they run into some difficulty. If you don't want to remove the goggles from the gun, which I found some difficulty in actually removing them, I think it's just easier to cover them up with painter's tape. People say this is hard. I didn't run into any difficulties. I thought it was fairly easy. Next thing you want to do, cover up each side strap with some painter's tape. If you really don't care about the straps, you don't have to do that step. But I like the way the straps look and I like the design of it, so I kept it the same and taped it up. Then you're going to want to go to the back, tape that up, the strap. From there, tape the inside of your mask. I really didn't tape the entire thing. You don't have to go crazy with that. I just taped the holes over the holes so I don't get any paint really clogged up or make it look bad. Then you're going to cover the chin strap. Once again, not everyone even uses the chin strap on that, but that's just me. Alright, next step is to cut out your stencils. Now what I did was take some painter's tape and use a scissor and cut out a tiger wavy stripe in it. I think it was fairly easy. Then you're going to want to take the stripes and put it on your mask. Keep in mind when you do this, this first stripes you're putting on are going to be your black stripes. Alright, now you're going to want to get your spray paint. Here I have Rust-Oleum Camouflage Ultra Matte Khaki and Rust-Oleum Ultra Flat Camouflage Deep Green Forest. Now obviously, depending on what camo you're doing, you're going to want different colors. But if you're doing Woodland, I think these are the best options you have. Now you're going to spray your mask. First coat, you're going to use your lighter color, in this case khaki. You're going to stand about a foot away from it and do short strokes. If you get too close, the paint will become blotchy and make your project look bad. I would do 2 coats at least. Between each coat, wait about 30 minutes of drying time, so you have time for it to dry, then you can spray it again, and you could strengthen the coats before it or get any spots that you missed. Alright, now you're going to want to make some more stencils. The point of this is so you can make you can get more tan than you have black, so it looks better. Then you're going to want to put it on your mask. I don't have a picture for it. You're going to want to line those layers up on your mask before you spray paint it green. When you spray paint it green, same steps for tan. Stand about a foot away or you'll get blotchy paint, and try and make 2 coats with a drying time of 30 between each coat. Alright, now we're going to want to take off the stripes that you put on. You're going to have to be careful with this because if you take it off the wrong way, you might scratch off some of the paint that you put on. Once you're done with that, go to your goggles and remove the tape off there. Also remove the tape on the straps if you put it there. As you can see, I really didn't run any problems with the paint on the goggles. I think I did a good job with that. The only problem I ran into is on the inside, where I really didn't put too much tape on it, but I really don't care about the inside too much. No one really sees it. But that was the only problem I ran into. On some of the stripes, there's a little bit of green that I didn't want there, but that's fine. Overall, I think I did a good job. I think it blends in well with the environment here and at my field. Overall, I think I would, if you have to do this, this is a great camo to do. I liked Woodland. This is Big Apple Airsoft here. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and we're out.